Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing great. Today I just wanted to connect with you all to do something special because of the date 11/11. If you guys don't know, that's a very special number when it comes to twin flame connections. So I wanted to do a special twin flame connection reading for you guys. And this message is going to be for anyone who feels like they are involved in a twin flame connection. It doesn't matter whether you are apart or together with your person. We're going to take a deep look into the connection and see what messages we receive from spirit. All right, you guys, I love you so much. So of course, all signs can watch this. One of the first things that we're going to ask spirit to show us is into your person's energy and their deepest emotions. What is it that they truly feel for you in their heart? What do they think of you? What do they think of the connection to you? What do you mean to them? We'll look very deep into their emotions. And then we'll ask spirit to show us what it is that they want to say to you that they have held back from saying. What is it that they're keeping secret that they want to tell you? And then we'll ask spirit to show us, what do you need to know the most? This could be about your person, or it could be about the connection to your person. And then we'll finish the reading by asking spirit to show us a glimpse into what the near future holds for you and your person. All right, you guys. So again, thank you for everything. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lynn, and this is Passionate Heart Tarot. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Don't forget to like, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And let's jump right into your twin flame reading. Before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite the white light of the Holy Spirit. Okay, you guys, let's look into your person's energy and see their deepest feelings and emotions. So I can see Virgo's energy coming through. I wonder if you guys are Virgos here watching this. Maybe your person is a Virgo, or you could have that energy, moon or rising. I can see where your person is now in a place where they're thinking deeper than they ever have before. Many of you are separated from them right now because I see that energy of them still grieving about not being with you, still grieving about the mistakes that they feel they made. I know that they feel like they came across very foolishly to you in a lot of ways, and they had a lot of growing that they needed to do. And I see that they're in that energy now of thinking about you in a way that they never have before. Thinking about what the connection means to them. And truly, it does mean so much. That's why they're so full of grief for the disconnect between the two of you. Some of you could even be with your person now, and they just feel like something's coming between you and them. And it just makes them take a good hard look at themselves and like how they're being, how they're acting, and who they're becoming. And you make them see all the changes that they want to make. You make them see that they want to be serious. And I know where there's just so much energy here of wanting to fix what was broken between the two of you, especially if you guys are in, I wonder if you guys felt like you maybe were the one who was always chasing, maybe the one that was always pursuing, and you wanted to get your person to open up, because I see that energy here of them thinking about how you were so open with your heart and about how they were so foolish for not taking like a gift that was being handed to them. So now there's just so much regret. They really regret the mistakes that they feel they made, putting things ahead of you, putting things ahead of the connection, not prioritizing. And I'm telling you that they want to right their wrongs. They really do. They're in a place now of just wishing that you guys could kind of start all over again. Put things in the past that need to be put in the past. And I can see that for those of you that are separated from this person, because there's just so much energy of that here. There's a lot of things that in the separation that they've learned to like face and deal with, especially if they were bringing things to you that they suffered from the past and maybe taking that out on you. They're grieving, they miss you, and they truly do recognize you and recognize the connection. Do you see that energy here? I just have to show you guys, because look at this person who's looking down at those 3 cups. That represents whatever it is that came between you and them and drove you apart, or is driving you apart if you guys are together now, right? So it's like they're looking down and thinking about the mistakes, how petty it is, how they should have never chose anything else ahead of you. You see these 2 cups behind that person? That represents the way that they know how much support you gave them, how much support you give them, and that you always had their back, was always on their side. And even seeing that 3 cups there, the way that they were so distracted, didn't take what was right in front of them when they had the chance to take it. And now there's just so much grief here, wanting to turn this around and really thinking about what all of this means to them. A lot of growth has come in for your person, and I know that it was probably something that was necessary. So comment below, you guys. Let me know, are you guys together or apart? Because I just see so much energy of you guys not being together, and the way that they just are grieving, still grieving over it. Okay, I want to look into that energy. Oh, isn't that funny? Look what popped out again. So I know that it's probably mutual. This reading is definitely for those of you that are separated from your person, but it really is for all twin flame connections. But there's a lot of emphasis here on that, and how the grieving is something that's mutual. Just know, as much as you miss them, they miss you. And even if you feel like you made mistakes, they feel the same way. They want to be able to fix the trust that is broken. I'm telling you, do you see how beautiful? There you guys are, and your connection still bonded, still in the contract. You both still believe in this. That's really important for you to know, that you can still have faith in what you have, because it is very beautiful. I know where, for some of you, you were dealing with someone that was being so immature, maybe just like emotionally unavailable. I just see that energy, and the way that they feel so foolish about it. They really do. That's important for you to know, because I'm just shaking my head and looking at everything, the way that they were even deceptive with themselves about how they truly felt. The way that they came across to you as like someone who's not gonna settle. Maybe even you felt like someone who was playing games with your heart. They're thinking about all that now. So just know the energy that I'm telling you guys is what they feel, what they're thinking, and what this means to them. They feel like you are the one. They feel like you're the only one. They feel like everything that they have is looking right back at, like, you guys are, it's just strong twin energy. What Spirit is telling me, like, everything that they see themselves when they look at you. When they look at you, they feel like that's themselves staring right back at them. Do you understand what I'm saying? The way that you guys really do belong to one another and see eye to eye on so many things. The way that the bond is still so strong. So, in case you need to hear it, this person loves you. The way that you feel about them is the way that they feel about you. And I know that that poses a lot of challenges with the mirroring that will happen between the two of you. But just as much as you have hope and faith in this, they have it too. And just as much as maybe you feel tired, and maybe you start to think like, maybe I want to take a break from this, don't forget about the mirroring that's here. It's really important in this kind of connection that you treat your person the way that you would want them to treat you. I only say that because you're the one who's watching, who has the information. Because what you do, they will follow you. Okay, you guys, I want to look at that 7 of Swords. You guys are just, you're perfect for each other. But I know you feel that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here watching a reading on such a deep connection. And the way that you feel you're perfect for one another and you belong together, that's how they feel too. I see where they've made, do you see the same energies repeating here and here, the mirroring? They're in a place where they feel so stupid about the mistakes that they made. And now what they really want to do is like fix it. I know that if they felt like you handed your heart to them again, it would make them happier than they could even imagine. Leo's energy is coming through. You guys might be Leos. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo, or maybe you have Leo, moon, or rising. You might even be on the cusp of Leo and Virgo because that energy is here. Even though things, for some of you, I see where it slowed down. Even though it slowed down, the connection is just as strong as it always was. Those soul ties are still there. That's how you feel. That's how they feel. You make them happier than anyone else ever could. And it's just being around you. They feel almost like childlike again. You know, in the most positive way, but I know where they're looking at the way that they were kind of childish when it comes to some of you, and the way that they want to fix that. They want you back. They want their happiness back. They're just in a place right now. Pisces energy is also coming through, you guys. They're in a place right now of grieving the loss, because it feels like a huge loss. And they just want to be able to fix it. Okay, but what you have to understand about this connection and how they are in this energy right now of Virgo, they need to be there. They need to be there because they need to grow. They need to maybe even mature a little bit more, because they really need to be on your level as far as your emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, even how you're just in a higher vibration than this person. So that's why, for those of you that are separated, that's why you are separated now. Don't think of it like they've rejected you. You have forces on your side that will kind of keep this person away until they are suitable for you, because twin souls, they deserve equality. You can't be with someone who's falling short. You have to be able to connect. Okay, so it's very, very important that you know that I can see that energy here. And for those of you that are with your person now, they just might be going through this, like if you feel like they're distant from you, because I see a lot of distance here. It's not because they don't love you. You make them incredibly happy. It's just the way that they're going through a lot of spiritual growth and enlightenment. And maybe they just turn all of that inward, and you may feel like they're removed. They're not. You guys are not removed from the cords that tie you through your hearts, through your souls. Please don't think that they're doing anything deceptive, because they're not. It's just, I can see where they're in an energy, maybe even of like needing space as they work on coping through whatever this is that they're trying to put behind them. Okay, you guys, so a lot of beautiful, beautiful emotions are coming through. I mean, you guys, if you're watching this and you're wondering, like, is this my twin? Take this reading as confirmation. Let's ask Spirit to show us, what is it that they want to say to you that they have not said? Maybe what they're keeping inside, keeping a secret, holding back from saying. Maybe you're dealing with someone that doesn't really know how to put into words, you know, how they feel. And let's ask Spirit to show us into their secrets. What is it that they want to say? They're so mad. Your person wants to say, I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself for the way that I've behaved. I'm so mad at myself for what I've shown you. I know that I put myself in this place, and it's my own fault. that you are looking at me this way. There's this Page of Cups coming through again. So I know for many of you, you just might have felt like your person throughout the connection, because I feel like there's a lot of immaturity there. And I know that they had a lot of growing up that they needed to do, because there's so much like childlike energy that's here. So I don't say that to put them down. And maybe it's important that you look at things from a different perspective, because what they're keeping from you is actually how much they're punishing themselves even more than you could by staying away from them. For those of you that are, they feel like everything is in God's hands in a way, in the universe's hands, and you guys are gonna come back together. They want to tell you how deep they want to tell you how deep they feel, and that they feel like they've known you forever. And maybe they don't understand like past life connections the way that you do, who's watching this, but they feel that. They feel that comfort. And that is something that I feel, it's not necessarily a secret, but they haven't they make the connection in their heart, but maybe like logically don't know how to make it. So that is something that they want to tell you, how deep the bond feels to them, as if they've been with you lifetime after lifetime. Even if you haven't known this person long, they feel like they've known you forever. They want to tell you like that first day that they met you, all of these memories were recalled in their heart, in their soul. They're in a place right now where they're so mad at themselves. And you know what? If they're still staying away from you, it's important for you to know that they don't really know what to do to come forward. And that's why they feel like it's in God's hands. It's in the universe's hands. If we're meant to be together, we will be together. Please know that they have not let go. What they're doing now is letting go of that old self that they need to let go of, that very childish, immature in a way, maybe just not as emotionally intelligent as you. And they're mad at themselves. That's what you need to know. No matter what the circumstances are, even if you are able to see this person and you feel like they're doing fine, they're not. There's so much that's underneath the surface about how they feel like they trapped themselves in this place. I can also see where your person is kind of superstitious in a way, because they feel like they jinx themselves, and now they're so mad at themselves. They really don't know what to do to change the energy. So that's why they're thinking about all of this, internalizing all of this, and that's why they feel like you guys are destined to come back together. I just feel like what they feel for you is so deep that they probably don't know how to express it to you. The way that they feel so rooted to you. They feel like the chemistry with you is something that is unmatched. I don't know why maybe they just haven't told you this in a while, keeping it in, but you have to know that they feel you're a knockout in every single way. Your looks, even like the sexual connection, the physical connection, the kissing, anything that you do to them drives them crazy. And they feel like you really do have so much control. You really do. I mean, there's just so much passion here that they want to tell you about, how they really feel you are a blessing to them, and how they feel like they made such a mistake. And like, this is someone who's very mad at themselves, because you see how trapped that energy is? Kind of like they got themselves into a ditch, dug their own ditch, and now they're thinking of, how am I going to get out of it? How are we going to come back together? They do a lot of manifesting to draw in your energy. I see that there. If you feel like all of a sudden you get this huge wave and you think of your person, that is because they are sending like telepathic messages to you through the soul ties that you guys have. When they sit there and they concentrate, they have a real conversation with you through their thoughts. And you know, when you're thinking of them, you're actually connecting. That's not something that's random. That's something that's very real. When you feel like you're saying something to them, especially if it's from a place of like what you really want to express, and you have a whole conversation with them in your mind, they're picking up on that energy. Please know that they are. Don't think that they're not. And then I bet you start to see their name everywhere. And then I bet you start to see their birthday everywhere. Those are messages to you from spirit about the connection that you guys have. They still feel, it's important for you to know that what they're really keeping in is how mad at themselves they are, how much they feel they made a fool of themselves. There's a lot of energy here for those of you that are separated from your person, like I said. But if you are together, it's important for you to know that the mistakes that they feel they've made, they're punishing themselves way more than you ever could. Okay, and that's what they're keeping inside. There's really just so much beautiful energy that's still here, because it's like underneath everything, what they feel is that pull that's unshakable towards you. What they feel is like lifetime after lifetime of a connection. They feel what you feel. That's so important for you to know. Okay, you guys, let's ask Spirit to show us now. What do you need to know the most? Let's see what messages are revealed. This could be about your person. It could be about the connection to your person. Let's ask Spirit, what do you need to know the most? There's a lot coming through. Something from when they were much younger. It could even have been, I wonder how much they've opened up to you about what their family structure was like. Because I just see a lot of issues that they've been dealing with since childhood, especially if you're dealing with a runner. Because for some reason they have this idea that when something is stable and when it gets built up, it's going to be ripped away from them, taken away from them. And it makes me wonder what happened to them, that like their family structure was compromised, and that compromises the way that they look at relationships. Two of Swords in reverse. What you really need to know is like they're making the connection between that now. They're seeing all of that now, and it could even go deeper than you realize. It's not just a person who runs for no reason at all. It's because of the experiences that they've had. I see this 10 of Swords coming through. Seeing these 10s is about how you guys are very close to being able to really be aligned with one another, to come together and like live your life together the way that you really want. Because 10 is like, okay, it's like the last and final step. It's done. So I know that they've had a lot of grief that they needed to work through. It's important for you to know just how mad they get at themselves. This person is a lot harder on themselves than you might realize. Maybe they've expressed to you the insecurities that they feel, and maybe they've expressed to you a little bit about what they've gone through when they were younger, but it's a lot more, they keep a lot in. So it's just important for you to, it's so important for you to know that, especially if you look at the way they run from you as if there's something that's wrong with you, or there's something that you're lacking, or if you were in better shape, if you were more educated, if you were better looking, maybe they'd align with you right away, but that has nothing to do with it. They don't run from you. They kind of run from themselves. They run from their own fears. But the beautiful thing that you need to know is that's coming to an end. The way that they've dealt with being blindsided, betrayed, and how it's something that really creates a lot of blockages between you and them. There's a huge shift because it's like that is done. And you know why? Because they're in that Virgo energy of transcending, and that is what they need to do in order to be a true match for you. I also see Leo's energy coming through, so again, you guys might be Leos here. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo, or maybe you have Leo moon or rising. There's a lot of happiness. Scorpio and Libra energy is all here. Maybe you're dealing with someone on the cusp. Maybe you're on the cusp. Maybe you have that energy, moon or rising. Leo, Scorpio, and Libra is all here. They see it now. That's what you need to know. It's beautiful because you guys couldn't have had a healthy relationship unless they learned to make that connection between the way, like, not seeing what's right in front of them. They are making it. So I do wonder if maybe like something that shaped them was a childhood sweetheart and it didn't work out. And they don't see how like that connection is something that actually scarred them in a lot of ways. But the beautiful thing is they're coming out of that energy. They're learning to forgive the past and what they've gone through. I can see where you guys are really dealing with someone that keeps a lot inside, that's a lot harder on themselves than they reveal. And I know where that can be so confusing to you, when you feel like they keep pushing you away and you can't understand why. So that is what you need to know the most. Okay, you guys? And the most important thing is that that blindfold's coming off and they're gonna like let their guard down. It's too much. Can you imagine like trying to stand there, sit there all day and hold up those swords? You know how tiresome that is? How heavy those swords get? It's so much easier if they just open up their heart and let the other one in, and they see that now. Okay, you guys, let's ask Spirit to show us what is coming in for the near future for you and your twin. Let's see. And even though there's a lot of energy coming through for those of you that are separated from your person, it could just be the emotional distance that you may feel is there. And I know that hearing about what they're trying to like get over and cope with probably makes you want to pull them even closer to you. Don't look at it as if there's something that you've done wrong. I wonder how many of them, maybe you're dealing with someone that was divorced, or just like they feel like when things get too good for some reason, that it's just all gonna be ripped away from them. So like I said, some of you are dealing with someone that's kind of superstitious and they really get in their own way. But it's deeper than that, because it's about the way that they need to grow in order to really be a suitable match for you. Let's ask Spirit to show us into the near future. So I can see Pisces, strong Pisces energy is here. I wonder if you guys are dealing with a Pisces. Maybe you're a Pisces or a Leo. Again, Libra's energy is here. So you guys might be dealing with one of those signs. Maybe you are, or have that moon or rising. There's like this energy of, someone who's learning how to deal with their insecurities and like mustering up all of their courage, all of their inner strength. And you know, it's not easy. And please don't think that I don't sympathize when you're on the receiving end of someone that holds back, because I do. But I also see how much this person struggles with opening up. It's just important for you to know, you know, I see both sides, but I also do empathize for them and how they are so shielded and they're so guarded. The beautiful thing is, like, I want you to understand how much they fight to build up their courage, to build up their inner strength, to because they feel like opening up their heart is something that is so risky. But you know what they're gonna do is they're gonna do what their heart tells them to do, not what their logic tells them to do. Because I see someone who like rationalizes love, which is crazy, and they're gonna see that that's just not something you can do. When you feel it, you have to be open and you have to go for it. There's such a fear that they have of the unknown. And I know in a lot of ways they are controlling, not so much of you and what you do, but of themselves and what they feel. I wonder if you guys are involved with someone who's like very strict. Could even be with like their diet, could even be with the way that they work out, could even be with their work schedule. I just see where there's someone who needs to feel like they have that control. Because if they don't, it just creates so much anxiety. It creates so much fear. It creates so much insecurities. But you know what? It's they can't hold back anymore. They can't do it. So through all of the fear, all of the anxiety, even how they feel like they made a fool of themselves, what they're doing is making their way back to you. I see a lot of energy here of travel. I wonder if maybe you're going to be traveling and you see them, maybe, or if they actually have to come like over the water to see you. It's the energy of travel that's here. And I see that coming in for you guys. So you might be going to them or they might come to you. Either way, it takes a lot of courage for the two of you to agree that you want to come back together. It's like through the insecurities, it's all gonna work out because it's just what their heart is telling them to do. So I see someone, the bottom line is like, I see someone following their heart. Now you might be the one who's watching this and feel like the energy's turned around and that's you. You're the one who feels like you need to open up. So you might be the one who just kind of puts everything out there, swallows their pride in a lot of ways. And even though you can't see the whole path of what's going to happen, you just take that first step down the path. Taking that first step down, just all you have to do is take one little baby step and you'll be surprised how quickly and beautifully and easily things do come together. That's what I can see happening. Let me look at the Six of Swords. There's just this energy here of you guys coming back together. And it's really important that you talk about what it is that keeps you apart from one another, especially if you know that you're on this cycle of maybe they've been coming in and out of your life. It's really important. I see them opening up. I see them opening up about why it's so hard for them to trust. Because like I said, maybe something's happened to them that they haven't expressed to you yet, that they haven't told you every last detail about it. It's so easy for us to like take rejection, look at a situation and automatically feel rejected. But what you need to know is like this person has not rejected you. You have not rejected them. It's a matter of what they need to rebuild within themselves that you are not responsible for rebuilding. That's very important that you look at it like that, because it's like an ongoing struggle with them right now. I will be honest with you and tell you that the insecurities and the fears, but they are going to muster up enough courage, whoever it is, to come back and to tell you about it. They have a lot of fears about being judged. And I know that you would never judge this person, that you'll take them as is and you look at them like there's nothing wrong with them, like everything is beautiful. But it's not so easy for them because what they judge themselves very harshly. Like I said throughout the reading, it's important for you to know how hard they are on themselves. Okay, but I see them making their way back to you. There's, like I said, all this energy here of travel. I wonder if there's such beautiful energy. Do you see the communication that's coming in and the true love that is here? The initial M is here. The love that you guys have is undeniable. That's why these synchronicities are coming in like that, of like, okay, I'm going to take one step. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to follow my heart. I see, that's what I see. Following your heart, following their heart. Once you guys reconnect, it's going to be something that just flows. It flows naturally because it's real. And they might even tell you that they love you. I know for some of you, you've been waiting for them to actually say it to you. And I see them telling you that. I see so much communication. I see hearts pounding. I see romance. I see chemistry. And really just a bond between the two of you that is undeniable. I wonder, like I said, if you guys are going to be like traveling somewhere and you run into them. That's what I can see. Some of you, this person might be in like another town or even another state. All right, so just know that I can see that energy there running into this person, and that's how you reconnect. That's just I just feel like it's also really important that you guys think about things from another perspective and just kind of maybe learn to accept this person a little bit more, because they have a lot that they're working through. They have a lot of thoughts that race through their mind, and they are very hard on themselves, much harder than they tell you. And it's really, really important that you just kind of look at them and know that to a certain extent, it's like one of their quirks. They tend to be a worrier. They tend to be someone who, yes, I see in the past where they should have done more. They should have been more mature. They're going through that phase now of getting to be a match for you. But I also know that, like, realistically, this is someone that worries a lot. So if you just look at them and realize that they have like those tendencies and those qualities, it might make you feel less guarded when it comes to them. Because it's like, just think about how your person is. If you guys are going to like order dinner or something, do they have a really hard time deciding like what it is that they want? Like, oh, I think I'll get that. No, I want this. No, I'll take that. It's just like the thoughts that race in their mind. It's just part of their personality in a way. And it's also like a part of them, even as a challenge from the divine to you, maybe even for tolerance, maybe even for empathy. So that's really important for you to know. Pretty much someone is following their heart, and through all of the thought, all of the worry, all of the insecurities, they're going to make their way back to where they feel they belong. Even though they're worried about being judged, even though they're worried if like you'll accept them or not, what they're gonna do is follow their heart. And I just keep seeing that same energy here of 1111 over and over and over. And then look what's at the bottom is the twin soul connection that the two of you share, and just the love and abundance and happiness that you really are going to receive out of this connection. It's just like there's so many layers on top of it, deep things for you to understand. And that is why for some of you, you are separated from them now to process all of this. And if you are with your person now, the fact that I see them coming back is like emotionally. if they've been distant with you based on whatever it is that they're going through that has their mind racing like that, you guys are going to have so much happiness with this person. This is your person. The two of you belong together, and I see you coming back together. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. That is what I can see for your special 11/11 twin flame reading. Just know that I send you all so much love and light. I truly do. Wish you all the best with your person. You guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on. And subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in a few days.